You alright, man?
You alright, man? Yeah. 28 grams of moss, 28 grams of moss. Little people the kings, little people the kings. Y'all ain't ready for this, y'all ain't ready for this. Yeah. I'm the champion, I'm the champion, I'm the don't know why you cats wanna wait to be with the street just to give you cats a chance to eat. What you got for early didn't finish the plate. Now that I'm back, you rap cats are gonna have to wait. Been gone a whole year, still nobody got the leadership or the heart to even feel my spot. I'm the champion, must I say it again? The best in this rap game and I continue to win. Still I'm allergic to that, losing makes me sneeze. Like you phony rap cat, about to make me squeeze. Bring your whole crew, nigga, I'ma swallow that. So when it pops off, ATL is on a holler back. It's 28 grams, nigga. I've been running this shit. So anything in front of me can fuck around and get hit. I follow you rap cats, so you niggas my sons and I'm the truth. Wow, cause I'm the motherfucking champion. I'm the champion. I'm the champion. I'm the champion. Still rep the A&T, but I carry my throne. God bless every child that can hold it on. And I am that child, as you niggas can see. Cause ain't another rapper out here better than me. And this goes to anybody trying to steal my spot. I'm number one in this shit, so number one you die. So when you can't scream, y'all is the best, I laugh. Like really, you cats don't really know the half. You do the math, and that's yourself who really great. Then add it up and watch it equal up to 28. So that's the little cats know who really the done. I'm overall, I let you niggas fight for number one. See, I put that on my life, put that on my son. Gotta stay the best of people leaking trade lunch. If I throw it on the key, you can put that on my heart and I'm the God. Cause I'm the motherfucking champion.
Legacy Unlocked. When you're locked out of your vehicle, can't get in your car, call Legacy. Serving West Palm Beach and surrounding cities. That's area code 229-630-7615. Available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Have you been denied disability, Social Security, or custodianship of your children? Call Antonio Williams. He has the knowledge and experience to fight the government on your behalf. Let him represent you. That's Antonio Williams, your non-legal attorney consultant.
Just-in-time accessories. We have the bling and everything in between. Tayama Copeland is your independent paparazzi consultant. Everything is only $5. You can catch Tayama on Facebook Live at Tayama Copeland, or you can find her at www.justintimeaccessories. Just-in-time accessories. We have the bling and everything in between. Check it out. Just-in-time accessories. We have the bling and everything in between. Tayama Copeland is your independent paparazzi consultant. Everything is only $5. You can catch Tayama on Facebook Live at Tayama Copeland, or you can find her at
Make sure you go over to Goalie.com and get your Goalie gummies today. They have 3 selections, 3 choices to choose from. They have the apple cider vinegar, the ashwagandha, and new, they now have the superfruit. In addition to going over to GoalieGummies.com, make sure you use the ATL as your discount code and receive a huge discount. It supports the channel and the podcast. In addition to all of that, the gummies, they're a source of antioxidant. They have vitamins B9, B12, promotes general good health, helps improve your daily health, contains pectin, a source of dietary fiber, uses pectin as a natural prebiotic to support the healthy gut and immune system, includes the mother, a healthy strain of bacteria, antioxidants, and enzymes. Mask the unpleasant taste of the apple cider vinegar. It's simple, it's delicious, it's Goalie.
Good evening, good evening. Get in here, get in here.
Get your behind up in here. What y'all waiting for? Get in here. This is the place to be. Put the children to bed. This is not the atmosphere or the place for the children. So put the kids to sleep. Put them in another room. Give them a tablet, an iPad. Let them go play. Let them do them. You know what I'm saying? My manager in the background is hollering, beat them. But nevertheless, get rid of the children. Get rid of them. But in the meantime, you adults, 18 and over, come on in here. Yes, yes, yes. Call a friend, call a friend, call a friend, call an enemy. Just get them in here. Welcome, 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 welcome to the ATL show, sponsored to you by the Anthony Brown Show. I'm yours truly, Mr. Anthony Brown. And again, welcome. If you're new to the channel, definitely go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Subscribe, subscribe, subscribe. It costs you absolutely nothing to subscribe. It's free. And while you're at it, go ahead and click that bell so that way you'll be notified every time we go live or post new content on this channel. So definitely hit the subscribe button. It costs you nothing. And statistics show that about 80% of the viewers that watch our show are not yet subscribed. So you're shacking up. So go ahead and make it official and hit the subscribe button. And while you're at it, go ahead and click that like button. When you click that like button, that lets YouTube and us know that you appreciate what we're doing over here. And YouTube will then share our material with other people with similar interests as yourself and make the family grow. You know, they say sharing is caring, so go ahead and click that share button so that your friends and family can see what the craziness is all about and come and join us. And of course, you can always comment below, and we'll read your comments live here on the air and respond accordingly. I also posted the link, the live link, in the description below. So if you feel bold and you want to come on the show and discuss and join the live discussion, click the link and come on and join us. But as I often tell you, I can't do this show by myself. So I call on the support from my family, my team, my tribe. And tonight I'm joined tonight by none other than the very lovely, the very beautiful Tyson's mama, Miss Tayama Sweetness.
Hello, beautiful people.
What's up,
What's
Tayama?
going on? Nothing much. Nothing much.
And of
Trying to
course,
get out these streets.
okay, and I gotta have some manpower to help me battle the boisterous battles of these ladies. And of course, I can't do it without none other than Mr. Superman Almighty himself, brother Legacy the Great.
ATL in this hole.
And of course, I'm going by the most voluptuous, juiciest cakes on this side of the Mississippi, this side of Canal Point. Miss Juicy Cakes herself. You're muted.
Hey, blessings, everybody.
How's everybody going? How's everybody doing tonight?
It's Tuesday. We made it.
Yes.
Tell me, that's a pretty picture.
Thank you.
Don't tell her that.
Yes, it is.
Child, I'm trying to be like Juicy.
What? Don't be like me.
Okay.
Because I got high. Because I got high.
Can you hear this?
Legacy, what is it on your shirt?
It's just a picture of Al Capone with the city inside of it.
Okay.
With what inside of it?
His city.
Al Capone.
Say what?
Well, tonight, I have 4 videos.
Bro, you should already have the number together. You should already know that it's 4 this, 2.
You're not gonna correct me. Boo-boo.
Tony.
But who is this? Who is this?
Look at yeah. Oh, look at all that cream in that dream. Yes. Yeah. Why are you so vulgar today?
You thought you was
I thought what?
You was doing a photo shoot?
No, those were caught off guard. As you see, it's like 2 different, like my feet closer than the other one, but it's the same pose. Those were caught off guard. Whatever.
GQ.
What? GQ. Thank you, Cake and Cake.
He was doing a magazine. What's that? The centerfold?
He always have to do things like that. I don't understand. Oh, I'm sore today, y'all. I'm sore. Tay and Alma. Definitely that. Not only qualified there, across the nation.
I'm gonna say that mean you a Bama.
That mean what?
You a Bama.
No, baby, ain't nothing Bama about this slammer. Oh man. I'm surprised Jose ain't hit you up, Tony.
He never really hit me up. He
just showed. Jose said he done became an honorary ATL member. So you look nice. What's going on? Mr. Cake must be over there. You trying to let's get it started. You remember that song somebody put on the hammer? You want them to put on the hammer?
Hammer don't hurt him.
Don't hurt him, Hammer. Please, don't hurt him.
Only song I know.
You really do too.
I want to show y'all. I found a video pertaining to Black excellence and a Black athlete that's also an overachiever. And of course, whenever I have I'm able to show and display anything dealing with Black excellence, I'm going to do so. So check this out.
Jaylen Brown is now a $304 million man after signing the largest contract in NBA history. But did you know that some GMs in 2016 thought he was too smart to be an NBA player and that he'd get tired of it? They thought he had too many interests outside of basketball because he's an academic genius. Brown grew up in an academic-driven family, was at the top of his class in high school, and attended the University of California, Berkeley, the #1 ranked U.S. college on Forbes' list. All while being a college basketball star, Jalen was on the chess varsity team, took graduate classes as a freshman, and learned multiple languages, including Spanish. His love for learning didn't stop when he got to the NBA, though. Brown became the youngest person ever to hold a lecture at Harvard, became an MIT Media Lab Fellow, was offered a NASA internship, and became the NBA PA's youngest vice president at 22 years old in 2019. And when his historic contract was finalized, he was in a robotics session at MIT teaching students. The world truly is Jalen Brown's oyster, and I'm excited to see the endeavors he gets into after basketball.
That's why he got paid so much.
Okay. I thought that was amazing. That was awesome.
That is awesome. That's what I want.
It's not just that. Jalen plays for the Celtics, and he's not even the best player on the team, but the Celtics don't want him to go to no other team because they've been to I think 2 or 3 finals straight, and they lost both of them because it's Jason Tatum and Jalen Brown as the superstars. But Tatum the year before had signed the largest contract prior to that. I mean, before that. So, it's just it's really based off who was the other superstar to get money real big before that person. And now he can argue that he's just as good or better and ask for more. So I'm glad these players are now in the league. And I mean, people think, you know what the largest contract in NBA history Michael Jordan ever had?
What?
His last 3 years with the Chicago Bulls when they had 3-peats, Michael Jordan's largest contract with the Bulls was $36 million a year. That was his largest contract from the Chicago Bulls in all the time that he was there. And he got that each year for the last 3 years that they repeated, he got $36 million. But the average all-star, because I think Russell Westbrook, James Harden, they were just last year making like $49 million for the last like 2 to 3 years. And that's buku's money. They signing contracts, $200, $300 million contracts. And the NBA and baseball are 2 sports that have guaranteed contracts. So when they sign those contracts, it don't matter what happened after that. That money belongs to and that team has to pay them.
I don't understand what deserve this much money.
Well, I mean, when you are the superstar on that team, Cake, and you are the face of that team, you're one of the reasons that the stadium fill up. So if they can pay a person $40 million a year, and then on top of that pay another superstar right on that same team about $25 million a year, and then everybody else around them get about $5, $10, $12 million a year, you have to understand that those teams, each one of those teams are easily making billions of dollars a year.
They shouldn't be making. We shouldn't have even created in these increments. It's too many hungry.
But let me ask you a question, Kate. Let's say you come up, you harness your skills at what it is you do best, and now the world see you as a commodity. And now somebody wants to start paying you $200,000 to come speak at an engagement. Every engagement you go to, somebody they're offering to pay you $200,000-$300,000. Are you going to say to them, hey, what it is? Are you going to tell those? Are you going to tell those? Hold on, let me finish. Are you going to tell those individuals to stop valuing you at a high number because they're the ones who put the number on it and said, hey, we want to book you for $300,000 to speak at an engagement. Are you going to tell them, hey, I'm not worth that much money. I'll do it for $80,000. Are you going to do that?
I'm gonna negotiate. Give some of that.
So you're going to negotiate. So you're going to negotiate your price downward.
As long as the
So again, you're going to trust that those people are willing to pay.
Legacy.
Yeah.
Are you watching the show?
No, I'm not. I'm on my tablet.
Cause we got a feedback.
Only thing on in my house, right? You still have it now?
It's not when you talk. You're muted. We don't hear it.
So it could be a bad speaker on the tablet that I got. I don't know. But I can't see. I don't think we can put a. I think that when it's your turn as an individual to make your money, and the world view him, and the world views you at this level, then you have to go ahead and collect that generational wealth to go along with that generational brain that he has, so that he can make a difference once he leaves there. So kudos, Brian. And I know you're not knocking him getting that money, but I know you're saying, how is it that you can give one person this much money, but you won't even donate this much money to try to help individuals or to do something with this type of money to help alleviate or bring up people that are homeless, starving? You won't build nothing for them to come and have a place to live and stuff like that. I got that, but
not him. I'm talking about I said not just him. I'm speaking. When I look at how much sport teams are earning and the players are being paid to entertain, whereas doctors and doctors get paid good, but teachers, they're the ones responsible for how these people turn out. They're the bottom of the totem pole. So I was just speaking on that sense.
I think, Juicy, I think it boils down to the individual, where their morals and their values lie. For example, if you were an athlete and they're paying you, let's say, $3 million a month, I don't know how they break down the salaries. Let's say if they're paying you $3 million a month, you may take the $3 million and take $1 million and survive off of it, take $2 million and do something for humanity. Whereas most people are gonna take that $3 million and put it in their bank account.
Yeah.
Because I like you could probably live off $1 million. It don't take $3 million a month to live. Depends on how you live.
But and that's the case, Tony. You have to understand, most of the people who are in the NBA, which is like 70-80% black, most of them come from poverty. Right. So they haven't experienced life on this grand scale or level. So of course they buying Bugattis and mansions and stuff like that, because they've never experienced that, nor have they been taught money, etiquette, and literacy. So soon as they get those contracts, they're going to do what they never had an opportunity to do. Now, my thing is this, and we do have to look at the league is 80% black. Why, with 80% of black leagues, why haven't none of the black owned these multi-millionaires said, hey, how about we take our money collectively and open up black banks around the United States, and let's put our money in these banks and allow black people to be able to come and get loans. As long as they correct, I ain't just talking about any old nuck and chuck. I'm just saying people who are about business, and allow them to be able to finance their dreams with money, because it don't take much to open up a bank. And what they don't tell us is black people are the only people who get money that are secretively told they better not reach back and lift up the next person. And it looks, I mean, I guarantee you 90, I want to say 100% of the NBA players, NFL players, Major League Baseball have their money in American banks where Caucasian, European, and them people that letter begin with a J first, controls the finances of that. There's no black banks that we can look up that say that they hold money for LeBron James, Michael Jordan, and things like that who are billionaires, because they're only allowed to buy things with their money. You're only allowed to buy homes, cars, jewelry, hoes.
It's funny. Steve Harvey. Steve Harvey made his response to the strawberry letter with Cheryl, with the lady, and one of the things he was talking about was how the difference between their show being a morning breakfast show entertaining people versus bloggers, and how bloggers are taking money and ripping each other off because people are sharing the same thing, so no one's getting 1 million views to be able to collect or capitalize on how many people are watching and making this money, because now there's 1 million people sharing the same thing, so we all sharing the views. So that lets the network make more money versus the people make more money. And so it's so much when you say like black people don't have this, black people don't have that. We're put in a position to envy. We're put in a position to be greedy, to want and want what other people have, where we'll never have it together because we always just individually want our own. And that's even with these payments, these salaries. These people are getting these salaries and then told not to share, not to do, so that no one has, so they could just keep having, they get rich while no one else gets richer. That's why I stopped when the NBA went on strike, talking about they wanted more money, and they started playing again but didn't get more money. I haven't watched the NBA since then. I said, if those fools didn't realize that they could put all their money together and create a Negro Basketball Association and still be NBA, all them other people would have still joined and played with them.
But hold on that you make that statement. It's been done. It's being done now. Ice Cube has a big 3 league.
Yeah, the big
Black people don't want to see that.
But you know what? The big 3, he has it in their play. But the people who are
there's no stars today. Okay, there's no stars today that is in the league that people want to see playing in the big 3 league. Those are retired NBA stars that nobody want to see anymore.
That's what I'm saying.
So what I'm saying is, even though Cube is making a way, because all they have to do is filtrate over and change it from a big 3 to a regular league, but guess who still controls the airways? So if you can't buy airtime and you can't get on a major station, then none of that is going to happen, because the people still control what you need to make that type of money.
But it's supply.
Go ahead, sweetie.
Supply. We are in trouble. We have to use our authority, our power of our money, our dollars. We're the ones who should be making these decisions for these companies. We don't have to wash it. I went into Whole Foods in Foggy Bottom area, and 2 years ago they had nothing but registers. They took out 10 registers, and now they're all self-register, self-checkout. Aldi's, Aldi's was known for you could get in and out of Aldi because they was gone. Now they self-checkout. Lines long. We accept that because we still go into these stores. We still using that machine. When people ask me at Wendy's, when I go get French fries, I order 5 large fries. So you know I want them fresh. They got to drop them. They got to wait for them to cook. Will you pull up because our clock running? No. Your grease should have been hot.
Okay. Legacy, you better take notes. Because Legacy is known for asking for, I need that fresh. All of it.
All of it.
Even the soda.
Even my salt.
Okay, let me tell you something. This Negro used to get mad at me because when we pulling up somewhere, about 5. Her and her family. But he used to get mad at me. He used to get mad at me because I'm making these people cook stuff fresh. So after a while, one day we pulled up. One day I was on the phone with him and he pulled up to get him something to eat. And after he ordered, he said, "Hey, and make sure everything is fresh." I say, "I know you did tell them goddamn people fresh." To myself, I'm paying for it. But that's what I've been saying all these damn months.
I just be repeating.
And it worked, don't it? But you know what be the crazy thing, Kate? These people get mad at you because you want your shit fresh. But what it shows is just how programmed everybody else that come in and out of there, that they themselves have become so programmed and satisfied with the bare minimum of all you knowing is this shit is cooked for you. Don't know when it was cooked for you, but it came out in a wrapper and a bag, so it gotta be right. So I want my fries steamy. I want my meat off the grill. I want my fish out of the grease. My chicken while I'm there. I want to know, hey, but maybe 1 or 2 people done breathe over this chicken or this fish or this burger before I got it. You know, and then being told you don't work at McDonald's. I don't work at McDonald's or Kate work. But you know we put them things on the grill them, take them, and put them in a pan and slide the tray in the warmer.
Right.
After 30 minutes, ain't nothing, especially the shit that we gotta eat these days. It ain't the same back then, so all of that turned into plastic after 28 minutes. So you gotta go ahead again. You want that shit to come off the grill. Yeah, Miss Johnson, correct. The workers make sure their food is fresh. Cook the order meat, please.
What I don't like how these restaurants serving fruit flies.
Fruit flies.
Like you all flying Whole Foods. Flying around. He's supposed to be. They don't care.
Wow.
I mean, I'm gonna say this: if most people had an opportunity to walk around in their favorite restaurants and see what their food look like, what their coolers and stuff look like, you probably wouldn't want to eat out no more. Because most places are infested with roaches because there's plenty of food, shit drop, and they don't clean every night like they're supposed to. And so the vast majority of people who like eating out at restaurants have already accepted and cool with the fact of, like you say, flies touching the meat stuff. I mean, roaches crawling over, bundles of bread and all that type of shit. That's what you're subjecting yourself to when you eat out all the time. And you can be a herbivore, you can be a vegan, you can be whatever you want. If your shit comes out of a restaurant, there's a chance that it has been touched, licked, flopped, shit on, and all of that by some type of insect. Because you can't prevent all of it. Yeah. Rat droppings.
No, having wellness and nutrition. We clean before we prepare. We clean while we cook, and we clean after. Yeah, you're gonna get clean. Ew. I'm still trying to understand how Ben and Jerry's had a rat inside. Like I didn't know rats like ice cream. It's too cold.
Girl, rats survive in New York. Rats survive in your city when it's cold. You don't think they're gonna have a problem with going inside of Ben and Jerry, Briars, and goddamn Mayfield?
They be trying to get out.
All I know is this shit tastes good, and I'm bringing this shit back to the family.
Do you know that New York is having a war on rats and they're losing?
Elaborate. What do you mean a war on rats?
Well, like he said, our city is rat infested. We've been having rats. Like all my life has been known for rats in the district. Rats run in and out of the Ritz-Carlton while people going in. They be like, "Oh, hi, Johnny." But in New York, it ain't no hi, Johnny. Johnny be like, "What's up, Shari?"
Hey, that rat be like, "So you got a new honey on your side tonight."
Hey,
I'm
gonna get in on this train. Nah, ain't no room over here.
Well, listen, Legacy. I don't know if you're aware, but I saw this and I had to bring it. I said, "This is for Legacy. This is for legal legacy stuff here." So tune in, Legacy. Take some notes. Your business will go to the next level.
Don't swipe now. Come back here. Hey, ladies, did you know that paternity fraud is now a crime? Yeah, let's talk about House Bill 2689, because they locking y'all up.
I'm going to make my money one way or another. Even if that means locking you up, I'll make my money off of you being locked up. Please peep the game.
Oh, yeah. And this hookup culture? Oh, yeah, that's a wrap, because they're making it so you can no longer get child support off of one-night stands. If that man wasn't in your life, let me tell you.
Not only are they making it mandatory for the man to get a DNA test before he signs a birth certificate, but now they're like, look, you're not going to be able to get any money off of this man if he was not actively, long-term, a part of your everyday life.
Oh, yeah, it's true, too. And if I could add on to this bill, you know what? If all these fathers are paying these high amounts in child support, why not give the child to the father? Yeah, that's coming, too. I mean, what you think?
I'm going to be honest enough to admit that a man would probably be more capable of raising a child on his own than a woman.
I'm so sick of this child support shit. And then let me stop. Cause you know what? I wish a nigga would try me like that. That's all I'm gonna say.
Go Legacy.
It is about motherfucking time. It is about Juice. You got your earpiece in. It is about time. And once these people put this stuff in the making and they go to rolling, you're gonna see some humble pussies. Not women, you're gonna see some humble pussies. Because now You going on there poking the condom for semen to drop off in for the condom to break. That's the upper echelon hoes that want their pussy beat for money, but they want to come back later and say you impregnated them. So I'm talking about them with that. These paternity tests being done before a man sign a birth certificate, these hoes about to have to be honest. They're gonna be some honest hoes. That's what's about to have. You about to have some honest, wholesome hoes.
Now that
that's
part,
gonna come out.
that part is, a paternity certificate. That way nobody gets stuck with a child that's not theirs. That stuff is fine. But this, he got to be in their life. Both of them laid down. Both of them did what they did. And then a woman can't have an abortion. So now she can have a one night stand.
She can't have an abortion. All she gotta do is swallow it. She can shit it out later. Juicy.
When you at the beginning, when you said there's gonna be some humble hoes around here, I thought you said some homeless hoes. Because they ain't got no child support to take care of their rent, so now they can be homeless. Take off your mute.
That's why they're gonna be humble, because now the gig is up. Ain't no more going out here. You know what I'm saying? Just, oh, I like him. He dry. He got a little money. I'm gonna let him. See, this is why my argument is this. People don't look at the AIDS and disease rate across the United States of America is higher amongst black women. Women catch AIDS at a higher rate than any man. You know why? Because they're open. The man is already there. So he's dropping it off at the back. Ain't no almost, some of that getting left in you. So women give men access to sex that say, you can have sex with me. You can have sex with me. We're not studying Miss Pineapple. You can have sex with me. You can put it in me raw. You can skeet off in me. All of those accesses came from who, Tony?
Women.
At that time, that woman, even if she does just want to get her rocks knocked off, guess what she can say?
No.
You need to put on a condom. I don't want a baby. I don't want to catch a disease. If he don't want any of that to happen, the woman controls the sexual contact. If you don't want to do what I asked you to do, you won't be getting none. So for those women that do get dressed up and go to those major events, looking for the baller, looking for the NFL player, looking for the NBA player, and all those different things, go on over in there and don't drink the milk and consume it inside of your vagina cat and get a baby, and the man get to walk away from it free and clear. Cause you could have made him put on a rubber. No, you thought you was gonna get a check behind that dick off in you. That shit, the gig is up. And I'm the man to file the paperwork when they get ready to do it.
When I saw this, I said, legal legacy gonna jump on this because he's gonna take this to a whole nother level. And then they're saying that now, even with the child support and all that kind of stuff, it all depends on how long the man been. Like if it was a one night stand and the man had no relationship with you at all, you get zero.
What they saying is if you had a one night stand, you're a hoe. Hoes don't get perks like a woman that's in a relationship. So since you thought pocketing your pussy cat, you and your thought pocket pussy cat can take care of the baby cat.
Exactly.
This part don't make no sense because the child is who needs the help. And so now we just went on and this is really where the government is really trying to, that's the divide and conquer. They broke up the homes by taking the men out the homes and keep the women from having men by saying you can't. If you do, you won't get assistance. Now, the women and the children are going to be suffering. The men and the children, not the women. The women are going to.
All they're saying, Cake, is don't put your pussy out there on the market. If you're gonna be fucking, make sure the man wear rubber, especially if you don't know it, because we don't want to have to treat you for AIDS, syphilis, gonorrhea, chlamydia, bacterial vaginosis. We don't want to have to treat you. So what we're trying to do is give you some moral compassing of, listen, if you want to go out here and take these risks, of knowing that you can get pregnant or getting these diseases, then it's going to be on you to take care of this child.
I don't necessarily agree with prevent, because I saw a commercial just last night of a drug to help prevent you from catching HIV. So they have medicine out here to stop people from catching it. That's not what this is about. This is about these crackers.
Well, Juicy, this is what I want to say. The reason why I think it's a good idea is because think about it. If a woman decides to meet a man in a club, now, like I said, the woman basically controls the whole entire narrative. She has the right to say no, yes, with the condom, without a condom, and, in my left ear, my right ear, my throat, my backside, whatever. She controls. She is fully in control because he can't do what she don't allow him to do. How she allow him to do it. So at that point, when they're having sex unprotected, and he skied off in her, although they neither one of them was planning for a child, but the responsible thing is knowing that if this continues or if this happens, there's a possibility a child can be produced. So, and she don't know the guy. Because his name could be Charlie. She could have met him. He told her name was Bill, had a one-night stand, and now he going about his life. 5 years later, you're trying to find him for child support. He don't even know you.
I never, listen, that's how it Tony, listen, Melvin woke me up to it today.
Him being irresponsible.
He wasn't irresponsible. He only did what he was allowed to do. First of all, the penis is inside of you. Why would you not be responsible to not want to catch a disease?
No, I'm not saying for not wanting to catch it. But a man having sex, he knows he doesn't have a condom. Every time y'all come, you can make a woman get pregnant if she's ovulating. So y'all the ones who are responsible for this conception, because you don't even have to come. You could pull out. There are men who put condoms on to what the woman wants and take it off when they ready to come. So now
at that time, Cake, when they do that, you have now raped that woman because she did not give you an okay for having sex with her unprotected. That's what that has become. Hold on for a minute, Keke. Stop, Legacy. You have to lead by. I lead by telling the damn truth, Pineapple. Pussy hole the only access the pussy hole man have is what woman say you can do. If he put it in without her giving it an okay, it's rape. If he put it in without her saying you supposed to have on a condom, it's rape. Nobody has access to pussy hole unless a woman say okay. They give people 30 years for rape.
And then the woman got to then she got
DNA will prove it. DNA will prove it. Just like the same thing, if a man got raped by a woman, guess what he got to do? He got to prove why he got an erection. He got to prove how it slid in the vagina without him fighting. You stronger than that woman. You should have been able to keep that pussy off the tip of your dick. You got to prove why you got a nut in the process of her over strengthening you and stopping you and keeping you from pulling it out. Everybody got to prove it because that's how the court of law is. But one thing can't happen is sex can't happen freely without someone giving consent. And I'm pretty sure we ain't ate and we ain't in hot. We ain't. You gonna see the dick and you gonna know that it ain't in the dark and you gonna know. Hey, put that condom on. And if you really want to be real about it, why are you going home with a random out of the club, out of the movie theater, out of the bar? You don't know him, but your tongue all down his throat, his finger all in your pussy, and his dick now in your throat, and then your ass and then your pussy. You ain't even know him, and you think that because he got you pregnant that, no. What that shows is both of y'all are retarded, and guess what? When these laws come around, because y'all see, y'all done took advantage of the game for so long to where don't nobody have any sympathy for that. Because, like, for instance, for me, let me just show you an example. If a woman, let's say she lives in Stony Brooks. I don't know, Kate, you should know what Stony Brooks is.
I do.
But let's say Stony Brooks. We know that Stony Brooks is predominantly black and it's mostly young girls who had their first child that now want to be out on their own. They get a chance to have their own little apartment. And what's one of the first things they do when they get their own little apartment? You know who they go look for? Nuck and Pookie, who ain't gonna help change her life, and who ain't gonna try to do nothing. And that's pretty much where the majority of her life is gonna be spent out there, with somebody subsidizing her rent, paying for it, and lights and water. And guess what she gonna do? In a year, guess what she gonna have? Another baby from another Pookie. And then after 2 years, she gonna have another baby from another Nuck. And guess what? She's now put herself in a position. She hasn't learned not one time yet that, oh, you need to put on a condom. All she knows is how to take dick.
She's a professional dick.
Yes.
See now, okay. I meant the black man, because this is creating a stigma for women to put them more and more in a hole. We have working women, we have women who taking care of their family, who's holding it down because the man ain't there, and then you got these women who you speak about. That's why I keep this cat closed. That's what I said. But these women who are having these children, the children need to be taken care of. And it is both the mother and father's responsibility, whether that father was in the life for that night to have that nut or for a whole year or 5 years. They both are responsible for that child. And should nobody be acting like they're not.
KK, I'm not saying you're right. I'm not saying that you're not wrong. I'm not saying that. Anthony, I don't know why you started him. Pineapple is probably cobwebs on that vagina cat of yours. That's why you keep it closed. Somebody need to dust it off.
Ain't nothing wrong with
sometimes even ornaments on shelves get dust off from time to time.
Pineapple, that just means.
You know what they say, if you don't use it, what happened to it, Tony?
You lose it.
You goddamn lose. You lose the juices and all that. That plumbing down there stop working too.
It don't stop working.
Everybody not eating kumquats and dates and plums and water juices, melons and cucumbers and all that every day like you, Juicy. So sometimes people plumbing and stuff stop because they're clogging it with other things.
Well, I'm sure.
You sure what?
Pineapple is at least eating pineapples.
Y'all are too much.
Before we go, Toad, I just want to be on a high note with Kate. I do agree with you, but in order to get something to where it needs to be, where everybody can respect both sides, there has to sometime be rules put in place. That's just like we argued about or we talked about abortion. I'm not for abortions. But I do think that with abortions, there has to be stipulations that benefit the woman as well. Pineapple. Yes.
I bet that thing's sweet.
Ooh, Woo! All right. Listen, women should be able to have abortions if they were raped. Women should be able to have abortions if you find out that there's a possibility that the child will have, certain type of ailments and things that you're not going to be able to accommodate that child, and you don't want to have to embark on that journey. But outside of that, you going and fucking 2 and 3 different dudes and deciding that you don't want to keep the baby, but one of the men decide that they want their child, you shouldn't be able to make that decision without it being cleared by both of you. Because as you clearly just stated, now I said this to set this up, Tony. Wasn't she the exact same woman that just said 32 seconds ago that it took 2 people to have sex and make a baby? So it don't just take one person to make a decision if a child lives and come into this world. I set that up just for you.
I agree. However,
there is no however. You can't have it both ways.
We gonna go with these. Women have this. Women need to be having some rights too, and we should be able to have a right to do with our body what we goddamn it want to. So if we don't want to be a mother and we don't want to carry and we don't want to push, we should have the right to.
But that's what Lexi said. You don't have to be the mother. Just carry the child, produce it, and let him take the child, and you go about your business.
Because there's so many health risks that go in place when you're carrying a child. Mothers put their whole, you can, all you want.
There's so many health risks with you letting a dick go inside you and nothing in you wrong.
That's why I like.
So let's not talk about health risks, because the first health risk was you decided to let an unknown man, not you.
I don't even say put latex ain't good.
Wow.
Keep it wet.
I said, lock it up.
I got a key. I got a good key. And get what, Juice? It got, oh God.
It's both late. They have to do what's best for the child. It's not about the money. Ding, 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 ding.
Hold on. Outside of you, Cake, Tayama, maybe Miss Pineapple, and maybe Miss Johnson, because I can believe that I know you 3, Pineapple, you and Tayama are great women for it, and I do know that Miss Johnson is too. That may not go after a man for child support, but do you know? Go look up the numbers. There's over 5 million men and some women that are financially obligated to pay child support in the United States. Over 5 million. So let's not say that it's not about money, because if it was, it wouldn't be 5 million people on child support.
Amen.
Let's be real. Half of them people are because in order to get health insurance or any type of financial assistance, they had to comply. So a lot of these cases would not, and that's when I was saying, but see, cracker to me ain't a white person. Cracker is that person who cracking that whip on your back, and that's the government. So I had to correct myself because I didn't want people to think I was being racist and talking about people by the color. I'm talking about them crackers by that whip. And they've been whipping our ass time in and time all these years. They done beat the black man out the house. Now they beating the kids out the house. And the reason why they targeting the kids is because the kids could be both boy or girl. So we don't know right now. So we just gonna kill them right now. Y'all, we can't be accepting these laws like these things is good for us. They bringing us further from being together. further from family, further from family, further from.
Okay, well, if that's the case, if we're gonna do away with these new laws and we should stand up to the people who's cracking the whip, then we need to say that there shouldn't be no Medicaid for women, prenatal care for women. None of this stuff should be beneficial to women, and men and women shouldn't be signing up for child support. And if you as an individual decided that it was okay for a man to skeet in your back, complying doesn't necessarily mean child support. There are loopholes. There are always loopholes in everything because the system is really structured for them to maneuver around. But at the same time, we, as Kay has said, we have to make better decisions. That's why you shouldn't be going home from the club, man or female, and having unprotected sex on the first night, or not taking the time to get to know what type of father or ways or features you may have, or mother features and ways that you may have, instead of just going off of emotions and feelings for that moment. Because guaranteed there's a lot of women and men that hate who they decided to bring life into the world with right now. Look at that. Let's go on, Tony. Let's move, Cody.
I'm gonna move on, Juicy. Okay.
Okay.
I'm gonna share a poem. I thought this poem was really interesting, so I just want to share this poem. And then I'm gonna move on.
This is called You Talk So Proper. You talk so proper. You talk like you're not from around here. Like you didn't grow up around your cousins. You talk like you're from Atlanta and not Atlanta. You talk like you know what silver tastes like all too well. Like you never knew the decadence of plastic utensils and paper plates. You talk like sugar never been in your grits or hot dogs in your baked beans. You talk like every letter means something to you. You talk like martyr never been your ministry. Like your tongue been protected from having to be held. You talk like you've been held. Like you think you're better than me. You think you're better than me? Oh my God, you talk so articulate. I got so excited because you look like them, but you sound like me. You talk like a good one. Like you don't want me to be afraid of you. You talk like you don't know I still am. You talk like you want cops to let you off with a warning. You talk like you got white friends. Shit, you talk like you got black friends who got white friends. You talk like y'all let them say nigga. You talk like there's money where your mouth is. Your breath smells like private school. Like a car at 16, like sleepaway camp every summer, like privilege. Your voice is privilege. Do you hear the sound of your voice? I do. And when I hear it, I see tables and rooms with seats that you will occupy. And at these tables will be people who smell like influence. And when you get there, I hope you talk properly about the Atlanta you from. The people who cultivated you. And the voices that were silenced so yours could boom. Properly.
I like that, and I think we all should talk proper. I got that growing up, and I'd be like, "Why don't you come home?" Our dining room table was the cable spew.
I used to get it all the time too. Why are you talking like that? I'm like, talking like what?
Like I got some damn sense. Like I read a book, and my mom told me how to write my name right. Like I know that I ain't Pookie.
Listen, I'll share also one more poem. This one that Legacy sent me. 4 seasons to raising your kids. We played it before, but I want to play it again. Check this out.
You're raising a kid, there are 4 seasons. 0 to 5, that's where you're just teaching them discipline. 5, all the way over to about 12, that's where you're training them. 12 to 18, that's where you're coaching them. 18 and over, that's where you're their friend. Do not make the mistake of trying to be their friend when you should be training them. Do not make the mistake to try to be their friend when you should be disciplining them. Don't make the mistake that you ought to be their friend when you should be their coach. Don't make it. Because here's what's happened sometimes. Sometimes, because you're not getting stuff from your spouse, you look for that kind of support and love from your kid. which therefore makes you want the connection with them at an unhealthy level, and you don't even realize it.
Stop trying to be your kid's friend.
You know, I don't know. I had a friend on Facebook talk about, she was having a conversation with her daughter in the car, and her daughter was talking about when she got older, she was going to be a party girl. She was going to wear nothing but crop tops and high heels and party. And her mom was like, "You mean you're going to like be a wedding planner or, you know, planning parties for birthday parties and stuff?" And she said, "No, I'm going to party. I'm just going to wear high heels and crop tops. I'm going to have 100 crop tops and I'm going to go out and have a good time." Now, this is stuff that I'm pretty sure she's seen like the celebrities do, and people on these YouTube celebrities, they life of just, this is what they do. They don't have nothing else. They have this credibility life because they're popular. I remember when Nubian wore her first crop top. And I was like, I didn't notice it. She got told on by Nas. She got told on by Nyanki. She got told on by Nikhil. Everybody kept running to me. "Mommy, Nubi got on a crop top." First, they were telling her she needed to pull her shirt down. Why did she have it tucked up? What was going on? But I made a decision then that I needed to be her friend so that I could be able to be in on her life and how she was going to be, the choices she was going to be making. So there's times where you need to pay attention to your children and know when you need to switch that role, because they're coming into the person they're going to be, and you still need to be by their side. You don't need to be their coach. You need to be their coach and their friend, because they need to still be having the trust to talk to you. They're not going to come talk to their coach because their coach is still someone who's to discipline them and correct them. But their friend is someone who they can confide in. So we as parents still need to let our children know, I'm your friend. I'm here for you. You can come to me. I'm there for you. Not just as your parent, not just as your coach, but as your friend too.
What do you say about that, Legacy? Because you have big kids that's grown. You have some of those
I'm gonna say this. I totally agree with the gentleman. There's a place in everything, and I don't think if you being a parent of you saying, look, there are boundaries, and I mean, my kids' moms really never disciplined my boys, and I was always the disciplinarian, but I also was the person that sat down and explained things before discipline became, because I wanted them to understand that I walked in your shoes also, and these are the reasons why these boundaries are set for you, because I've already walked in these hills and valley before you, and these are only here to protect you. I think later on in life, especially when it comes to women based in that right there, I'm not saying Kate wrong, because you know the way she raised her children, it may benefit her that way, but you being a disciplinarian and a person that like the man say, 18 to on up, I'm starting to have a better relationship, and I'm starting to have my sons come to me and be like, "Daddy, nothing you ever told me has been a lie. I've never sugarcoated 1 ounce of anything from my kids, from youth to adulthood, because that's my job, is to make sure that they understand the jungle, which is a concrete jungle that they're going out into." My hardest part of raising kids has been dealing with the thought process of the mama, because she's a female and she feels that she needs to be more lenient on certain things when life isn't lenient. Life is not lenient. And when you know how many people don't come home every day, Tony, in this world, just walked out and went to school this morning and didn't make it back home to their mama and daddy today.
Right.
Because mama and daddy didn't explain to them certain rules and why certain things are not in place. And at certain times, like me, I used to be a big video game person. So me and my kids used to love to sit down and play video games and stuff together. And that would be my friend time. You understand what I'm saying? With my children. And we would talk and laugh about certain things, especially my boys, about life and relationships and things. But once I put that goddamn joystick down, I had to pick back up my father role. And I wore it well. And yes, I do believe you have to have some form of communication, and your kids have to be. But you know who they tend to go to? They tend to go to whoever is going to agree with what it is they're trying to do and want to do. It has nothing to do about oh you're not friends with your child. If you are the most lenient one in your house, and that child feels that he or she can get more out of you, you're more able to go with them in what it is they want to do, that's who they go into in the house. Not that my dad is too strict or my mama's too strict, because my daddy, who raised me, was the laid back, cool person. My mama was the strict one. But I also went to my mama because she had something to give me too, to help me be a strong young man as well. But these kids these days, they're pussified. They're soft. And society has made it to where, oh, you're talking too hard to your child. Oh, you should be more this way, not that way. Times are changing. Ain't a goddamn thing changed, because the Bible strictly tells you there's nothing new under the sun. Nothing. Nothing new. So when I weigh my options out and say, okay, do I want to be notarized by my children as their friend, or do I want them to reverence me, to revere me and say, you know what, I better not make this bad decision here, because I'm probably going to have to deal with my daddy. I'm okay with having the bad guy outfit on, as long as they make it home safe, they don't get in no trouble, and they continue to thrive as positive young men into society. That's all that matters to me. Me being they goddamn friend ain't never crossed my goddamn mind. I don't even have grown ass friends outside of my circle too much. So me looking for them to be my friend has never crossed my goddamn mind.
Okay. Anything else you want to add, Juicy?
I mean, I have the same outcome, just a different path. And I think that's all that matters, is creating a great citizen, a great person to be here in this community, and also for themselves. And so I get that call. Like my 21-year-old, he's on his own. He'll call me at 3 a.m. Thank you, Mom. How you were then, I appreciate it, especially today. I sit and I look and I'm like, man, I'd have to go through half of this stuff. Wasn't no need, because I kept it real.
Hello, Sarah.
Hello, Sarah. I believe in keeping it real, not sugarcoating everything. But I do still also believe in being that friend. Because sometimes you as a friend with me as a friend to my children, I understood them. So when they took the time to reach out, it wasn't I want to look for the one who's more lenient. They wanted to go to the one who gave them more sound.
But Kate, let me ask you a question with what you're saying. Guaranteed, and this is why most homes, until my stepfather came in my mama house, into my mama life, my dad, I only had one or two options. And I was blessed to have another option before he came, which was my father that passed away, the one that we just buried this year, my uncle. But most of the time, my options were my mother and my auntie. But in my mother's home, I didn't have a second option or someone else to run that by what situation I was going through, because it was just my mama. But when my father, the man that raised me and my brothers, came into our lives, 90% of the stuff that I wanted to know and stuff like that, I ran by him, because he never went off of emotion, and he everything was logical, and he took the time to sit down and talk to me like a man should talk to a man. I'm a little bit more lenient on my daughter, because I said, it's harder for me to be stern with her all the time because she is a girl and I want her to be soft. But I also, and Tony, I tell you, I also talk to her serious, because I need her to understand when I want her to really take in what it is I don't talk soft to her, because that's not how society is. I'm not saying that you're wrong. I'm just saying that.
Well, I don't say talk. Friends,
but it comes off a little bit different. That's just like we talk about all the time, Kate, how Kate may be able to say something to a group of women because you're a woman easier than if I say the same thing that you said, but me being a man and how I deliver it may be offensive to someone, a woman group. I dare you to say that like that. But Kate just said the same goddamn thing I said. She's a part of this association. But get what, Kate? You can say the same thing that I say to a group of men in the same way that you want to say it, and men will receive it, because we don't look at what a woman say to us, or we don't look at what most people say to us in our feelings. We look at it for logic. And I know that my daughter is going to lean more towards her auntie and her mother when it comes, like we talking about crop tops. As much as her daddy don't want her to wear that shit, she's probably gonna get away with wearing it because she's not living in the same house as me. But what I do know is, I don't know when this man coming to pick me up from school. I don't know if he coming to eat lunch. I don't know when he gonna pop up. It might be best that I don't wear this, because he's going to show out where he felt that I showed out.
Yep.
Listen, go with what your mama and auntie tell you that is okay to do now. Go on and wear that crop top if you want to, baby. Go on and wear that. Your daddy go.
But just be looking over. Just be looking over your shoulder.
Yeah, it's okay. Cause remember now, when I catch you, you call. I'm gonna make sure the whole school know that your motherfucking ass ain't got no business wearing no motherfucking crop top.
Now see, and that was so it was different. I'm you on the outside, going along with whatever y'all want. Do what you want. I want some more of that oil before I move to Tennessee. Woo.
Call me tomorrow, Sarah.
I'm gonna say, what oil she wanted? We got
good. Smell good.
Smell good. Oh man, we gotta talk after the show about smell good. But Nikhil was so thankful. Some of them were too strong, but he was so happy. He likes to smell good.
Okay.
He was very happy.
Well, listen, before we move on and show the next video, I want to ask y'all this one question. There's a young lady that I follow. She's a new author on Facebook, Miss Hammond. And I'm going to have her on the show sometime soon. We're going to interview her and show her book and uplift her. And again, Black excellence. But she had posed a question on her, and she does this daily. She posed 1 or 2 questions each day on her Facebook. And of course, I'll respond to them on her Facebook page. But I'm going to just propose this question to you guys, and we're going to answer the question. And then I'm going to show the last video that I want to show you guys, and then we're going to, and if we have time, I have 8 would you rathers. But I'm going to show you this question, show the last video, 8 would you rathers, and then we can go home for the evening. But check this out. The question that she had posed today on her Facebook is, women, why do you seek thugs, roughnecks, and bad boys for relationships? And then my response, this was my response to her question on her Facebook page. And I said to her that what it is because society and her friends have deemed that the bad boys, the thugs, the hoodlums, the Ray Rays, the Pookies, they're the fun guys. They're the popular guys. They're the fun guys. They're more interesting. So they get with them. And even when it comes down to a relationship, if those guys happen to already have kids or baby mamas, again, most women are like a dog in a pack. There's always one leader. If you got 10 girls, one of them is the baddest bitch in the bunch. It ain't gonna be 10 bad bitches that's equal. It's gonna be one baddest, and it might be 9 bad, but it's gonna be one the baddest. Remember, I don't know if you remember the movie ATL with T.I. on the skating. Nunu was the bad bitch in the bunch of her little clique. Nunu was the girl that wore the new shit. Okay, so same thing. When women get with a guy, even if he happen to already have 2 or 3 baby mamas, 5 or 6 kids out there that he's doing nothing for, something about her that thinks that, well, my pussy gonna change him, or he did that to Shaniqua and LaQuasha, but he ain't gonna do that to me. I'm gonna change him, and it's something, I got patience, and women are nurturers, and and I've said plenty times on various shows that I've said it, and I say it again and say it until I'm blue in the face. But women feel that if I can just get this man and make a few changes here and there and tweak him, I can create the perfect man. He's been with 6 other girls and they had babies from 5 of them, and he wasn't the perfect man for none of them. But I got patience and understanding, and I know guys like him because my brother was like him. So I understand him, and I can talk to him, and he loves me, and I love him, and it's gonna be different with us. So the only thing that's gonna be different is now you're now baby mama number 6. That's the only thing that's gonna happen. You're not, because if a person shows you who they are, and this is the response I gave her on her page. If a person shows you who they are, believe them. They didn't lie. So if he showed you that he was a no good man, he did nothing for the mother's 5 baby mamas and their 6 or 7 children, you're no different. You can't change a man. The only thing that's gonna make a man change is that man. He has to want to change. Go ahead, Legacy.
First off, they're the same way that men do the same thing too, far as men will see a woman who got, hold on, maybe because women probably feel they have more experience and more adventure, and they get all about the money. Maybe that's a good way to look at it, Sarah. That was a good one. But I'm gonna say this: when a man see a woman and she has 3 or 4 kids, and he interested in her, and he say, well, how many baby daddies you got? You got 4 kids, but you got 3 baby daddies. One thing he said, oh, she must got some good pussy. And that's the same thing that women say for a man to have 4 or 5 baby mamas, these children. Oh, girl, he gotta have some good dick. He got that many baby mamas. It's something about that dick that just keep calling these women to him and they want to have a baby from him. So what I'm gonna say is this: is the excitement. Let's look at college. The average black female. There are more black females that graduate from universities and colleges, technical schools, and everything than black males. And the reason being is, let's say you're at a university.
Mm-hmm.
Like I told you, they're at the university, but most of those women are interested in athletes. They're interested in getting their education, but they're also interested in athletes. But who mostly are the black athletes? Young, black, thuggish, ruggish bones.
Mm-hmm.
So at that time, and then they also latch on to wherever they are, they also go out and latch on to the thugs in those cities because they got to be in the club. So they're going to eventually run into those type of guys in clubs. In their mind, this is not for the long run. But at the moment, it's interesting, it's fun, and all of that because, truthfully, she's not trying to lock in and marry that thug dude who's selling dope and all that. But right now, Tyrone, who's in college getting his law degree, his doctorate, his neuroscience degree, his master's, PhD, he can't afford her at the moment.
He's
and
boring.
She don't want to wait. Huh?
He's boring.
He's boring at the moment. His status doesn't equal up to what's on the outside, that thug. But most of the time, the Negroes get locked up before the young lady graduates. So by the time she graduates, Tyrone is graduating. He's getting ready to go into a major law firm. He's getting ready to work at one of the most pristine institutions of doctorate in medicine. So that right there says he's out there already looking at six-figure men. Now is my time. I thought I had my pussy beat in, my asshole tweaked, my throat stretched out. By the time I get to the doctor, he has a whole porn star, thinking that God has blessed him with a porn star, but he really blessed her with a hoe because she done already tweaked out this box for the last 3.5 years that she done been in college.
Lettuce lips.
Lettuce and onion lips. You know how when you cut a slice of onion and it opens up? Yeah. I'm talking about that thing got little stank crevices back there that don't nobody know about because there's leftover semen in the back. And he'll taste that later. He'll taste that later. So I just think it's all about the interest, the entertainment, the excitement of what is before them at the moment. And, you know, it doesn't become serious until she's pregnant. It doesn't become serious. And then, like Kate say, this new way of life of what is called hookup culture. Yeah, hookup culture. It's okay for women to just fuck now. Yeah, I fucked Derek last week. I'm gonna fuck Rick tomorrow. Because right now I'm young and I'm dumb and I want to be full of cum.
There was a kid in the in the back of his hoodie. I fuck on the first date.
Say it again, Kate.
The back of his hoodie said, "I fuck on the first date."
Advertising it. Proud of it.
Proud.
And guess what, Kate? It was some girl who saw him with them sagging pants, boxers showing, some Jordans he done went and paid $200 for it, and he ain't got but $16.50 in his pocket right now. And she thought he was fine and cute. And guess what she did? Signed on so he can fuck on the first date.
No, those Jordans. He didn't even buy the Jordans. Whoever he pussy whipped the last time, she bought them.
Nah, he traded and he borrowed them from his friend.
She bought them. So yeah, so that's what the question was on Miss Hammond's page. I had to share that thought from Facebook from Miss Hammond. Thank you, Miss Hammond, if you're watching. I was hoping more women than just Sarah would have responded to that question because I know there's a couple of women watching. And don't act like y'all ain't after the thugs, the roughnecks, and you know, because y'all after them too.
I'm like, man, they're more fun. They're more fun.
Yeah, that's what I said. They're more fun.
And so, why the hell not? So even girl pregnant, it isn't serious. Still gonna play the feast so I can bullshit.
Well, we're gonna move on. Let me show this last video, and we're gonna talk about it. Now, this video was real something serious. This is a mother, interrupted the classroom setting to confront her son, who's a student. I'm assuming it's high school because the son is 18. So, you know, some kids, when they go into their senior year, they go in when they're 17, but before they graduate, they turn 18. So he's 18 years old, and African-American, black, mother and son, and he's having sex with a teacher.
I graduated at 18.
But check this video out, and we're going to talk about it. And if we have time, we have about 8 would you rathers, and then we're done.
Oh, no.
No, I'm sorry. That must be someone else that your son is texting. Maybe
No,
maybe watch your son a little more.
No. Matter of fact, let me come to him. Her number is 702.
Uh-oh.
Right? Huh? No, talk. You want to be a man now. You want to grow up? You want to be a man? You want to be a man? You want to be a man? You want to mess with somebody not your age, but you think it was okay to go get a teacher, sleep with a teacher? Did I raise you to be like that? Did I raise you to be like that?
No.
You ain't grown. You still live under my roof. You far from grown. You far from grown. You far from grown. I'm going to need you to be quiet. Because at this time now I'm talking to my son. I'm talking to my son. Oh, call security. I'm calling the board on you, baby girl. You going down. You going down. You taking your grown self and sleeping with my son.
First of all, no, you are wrong.
I'm not wrong. Oh, I cannot believe you're only 18. I have messed with men that was 30 can't do the things you did.
Oh, no.
Yeah, that part.
Oh, no.
So can you tell me what do that mean?
Oh.
Since you saw my
That
and you
that's not me.
Oh, it's definitely you. It's definitely you. And what I'm trying to understand, how is my 18-year-old satisfying your grown self?
Oh.
How? Explain that to me. How? I need to know.
Let's talk about it.
Well, as of right now, if they've been messing around while he's 18, ain't nothing nobody can do. She can get in trouble and lose her job up under for having ethical problem. I mean, being up under not doing what the ethical rules say, but legally she hasn't done anything wrong. And
he turned 18. Then there's an issue.
But it depends on what state you're in, because in the state of Georgia, the legal consensual age for sex in the state of Georgia is 16. So it's really based off of what state you're in. Now, I'm gonna be honest. My son, my oldest son, admitted to me and his mom that when he graduated, we was having a conversation one night later on. He was like, "Yeah, I remember the time me and my friends ran the train on our teacher." I wasn't mad at them. What the fuck am I gonna be mad about? He got some pussy.
Typical man.
Huh?
Typical man.
But we got a problem if one of them grown ass men gets some of my daughters on.
Exactly.
Yeah, we got a problem. And I ain't talking about a jail problem. I'm talking about a hell problem.
Oh Lord.
Now, I'm gonna be fair and I'm gonna be honest. I'm one of the guys that I look at statutory rape from a broad perspective. And we've talked about it on the show before. I don't want nobody incarcerated who my daughter has lied to and deceived them about her age. If that's how it happened, she deals with daddy. But I'm telling you now, she this age, so I want to see you never calling, texting, never again, because then I'm going to and we're going to have a dance. But if she deceived you, she went into a place where grown folks supposed to be, club, all of this, then she lied, got a fake ID. I don't think no man or woman should have to go to jail behind someone else's deception. No, I don't. And that young man is 18. If that is the teacher, then you're mad because how many? I would have asked her, when did you? I would have asked what you in my face in class about this, but when did you start fucking? Then you had me when you were 16. Now you mad cause my dick wet, but your pussy was beat in and you let somebody skeet in you at 16.
I don't
That's
think,
what, see.
I don't think about him.
But he might not want no young stank pussy, but them hoes might not even know how to wipe their cooter good.
Listen,
he probably has ran into some bad pussy. No want, he want a grown woman who know how to keep up a job hole clean.
He want to pass his class.
You know people be 17, 18 wiping back to front still.
But apparently, I'm going to say apparently it was one of those states where 17 is probably against the law for the mother, because I'm sure if it was Georgia where she knew the consensual sex age was 16, she wouldn't be going off as much as she's going off. Yes, for ethics, the teacher is wrong. But as far as the law, and based on how the mama is got a chest sticking out, yeah, so she can't obviously be in one of those states where 16 is consensual. And the fact that my son is 18, meaning he probably just recently turned 18, and based on the text messages, maybe there's proof there that they've been fucking since he was 17. You know, because mama is very adamant about, you know, she like, I got you. You know, son, you fucking this white woman, and you probably fucking in my house or her house or whatever's going on, but, you know, this can't happen.
Now that teacher ain't going to nowhere but her house. I think it's all about because it was a teacher. I don't think it had anything to do with him having sex. It was just because it was a teacher. Mm-hmm. And a white teacher at that. So it wasn't color, and it was.
And the fact that, and the reason I say it is that teacher there, because at no point did he try to defend her. Mama, it ain't her, nothing. He was quiet. Mm-hmm. And only one time she said, "It's not me."
Well, the young man told his mama, "I'm grown and I got a grown dick."
And that he does.
So right now, what I need you to do is fall back and replay when you started fucking in your lifetime.
Well, like she said, and you're in no state like the National Code of Ethics, you cannot, if you're a teacher, whether the person is 18, even if they're in junior college, you can't have any relationship with them. How come son do it isn't a problem, but when daughter does, it's a problem? It's just because she get pregnant? No, it's not because she can get pregnant. It's because it's his daughter, and she has greater value, self-worth that women should have, and he wants to make sure she has that. Men don't necessarily have to have that same value. They supposed to be out. Their value is how much they got on they, not how much they keeping it. So that's just how we look at life. Or some.
So to piggyback on what Legacy said earlier, when his son told him that his son and his homies did a train on the school teacher and fucked her.
Well, we don't call them whores because that's for females. They just men.
When Legacy said that his son told her, and then he said he not bad because why would I be mad about him getting pussy? No, you should be mad about the lady rape your minor son. Because that's statutory rape.
But see, that's even they're trying to get rid of, and that's where I say we need to pay attention to these laws, because we sit here uplifting how they treating these women and about their children, but they're doing this to children too, with lowering the rate of consent, the age, saying what's okay, what's not. And the women, if the guy wants it, she's not raping him. She didn't coerce him. He wanted this.
But then what they're saying is, as a minor, you don't know what you want. You can't make those decisions.
Now
as a minor, your child at 16, 17 can sign a contract with the federal government to go into the military. But you're telling me he or she can't make a decision on their own because they're 16 and 15. No, if your child can sign his or her signature without your consent to go into the military, they're adults.
They can sign. 16. But you know, these choices that they're getting faced to make when we're talking about consent and wants and everything, they're setting, it's called grooming. And teachers and parents are the ones who are, and doctors are like the ones who can do the grooming. So that teacher wouldn't be held wrong because she's grooming him. That's her role. That's her job. That's her duty.
I agree with Sarah. So if it was okay for your 15, 16, 17-year-old son to fuck the teacher and you didn't have a problem with it, because you're proud that he got the pussy.
He was saying,
if your 15, 16, 17-year-old daughter got some dick from the coach, the head coach, the football coach, you know, you were like, high five, daughter. You know, you got the nice one, the one with the good curly hair, looking like El DeBarge.
No, you got somebody who could take care of you.
That's right, somebody that can take care of you, and he got his own car. All right, girl, I'm proud of you. You didn't go in and get one of those from the football team. You got a teacher that got a career.
Right.
I'm proud of you, daughter.
Woo woo.
Take one for the team, yes.
Did Daddy get some Jordans too?
Yes. Invite him over for Christmas dinner.
Where you at, Legacy?
That's what it's
he a dead motherfucker by the time the sun come up.
Oh.
You ain't right.
He's just a single-sided.
He know better.
He's just a single-sided standard.
Single-sided.
Listen, I think Juicy explained it better than I could have explained it, and she answered it perfectly. It wasn't that I just well, first of all, we all grew up, and I'm sorry, we all grew up this week. Our teachers were old. And he wore shorts that squeezed his nuts, because those were the shorts that coaches wore.
But we saw. Bet millionaire. It be
What's she saying?
I bet if a millionaire.
It wouldn't be no motherfucking difference, Miss Sarah, if a millionaire or a trillionaire was doing it. I don't give a fuck. It's off with his head. But the thing is, my son didn't tell me while he was still in school. He told me after he had not graduated. And he already had him and his friends ran a train. It wasn't that he went out and she pursued. She wanted 3 dicks to fill her vagina hole up. And she went and got 3 stallions. And I told him, you know, this ain't what you wanted. I mean, it ain't like I was pop hooray. I played a role when his mama was right there listening. Hey. Keep that to yourself. Don't share that with the world no more. Don't share that. We don't need to know her name or anything like that. You know, but like I say, if it's my daughter, we got a problem. My son was Tyrese graduated at 17. You know, so it wasn't something that he told me when he was in middle school or it happened when he was in 5th grade. Yes, we got a problem if it's 5th grade. Yes, we got a problem if it's any time before he in high school done graduated.
What if
But
his mom was?
So what, Kate?
What if his mom was?
Well, that's the thing. I don't think his mama was in agreement with it. She felt some type of way. But like I say, well, she did. But at the same time, she understood that the woman didn't rape her child. The woman didn't force herself upon her child. So that means that now your child did something that he or she wanted to do at that time. Cause I'm asking, did he rape you? Oh, so okay then. So he didn't rape you, okay? But I still need to go holler at him. I still need to go holler at him because that's my daughter.
But if he's saying what you
So I'm assuming that your son and his 2 or 3 partners approached the teacher. You're muted if you're talking.
I said the teacher wasn't no more than about 4 or 5 years older than them. She just got her first class, and you talking about senior athletes in school. You just graduating college. That ain't like it's a milestone between it. She 40, he 18. No, this is somebody that's like 22, 23. When you put
because the teacher,
it's only 4 years to be able to be a teacher. If he's 18 and she's what? She's 22. 4 years she graduated, that makes her 22. 23 at the most. That's not a big gap.
So the question still was who approached.
I didn't ask who approached who, but I asked was he raped? And he said no. So we moved on from that. He just got teacher dick now.
Moving right along.
Would you rather have your grandmama walk in on you during sex or walk in on your grandmother? I'm going to go with her walking in on me.
Juicy.
I couldn't do neither. That was just
Juicy just don't want to be okay with grandmama seeing how much she can take.
All that big juicy up in her.
The way my grandma is, I'd probably rather walk in on her.
I say, grandma walk in on me.
Would you rather have sex in a dirty, smelly public bathroom or eat cranberry jelly? I eat cranberry with my dressing, so yeah, I'm good with the cranberry dressing.
Cranberry jelly.
I'll do the cranberry jelly.
Would you rather pick out a piece of food from your teeth or pull out a hand?
A hard booger.
Juicy, you ain't got to answer, please. Don't change my view of you. Don't change it. Rather walk in grandmama because my grandmother would have heart attack if she saw me do it. I rather my teeth.
I'll say pick my teeth.
I'd rather pick my teeth.
Would you rather loudly orgasm after every time you cough or you cough or come every time you see this motherfucker here?
So every time you
I'm okay with calm every time I sneeze because I don't really sneeze too often.
So every time you sneeze, you gotta
But I don't sneeze much.
But when you do,
yeah, so that's okay. Yeah, that'll be okay. Or I just don't wear no drawers and basketball shorts. And then when I know I'm about to sneeze, I just move my basketball shorts to the side.
And skeet on that.
Okay.
I'm just trying to.
You understand that goddamn question?
What's a loudly organ?
Yeah.
I'm just imagining. I think I'd rather. I don't want to mess it all day. Every time I sneeze, I have allergies. So I sneeze in the morning. But then I don't know. That'd probably be a daily release.
And you don't wear no drawers, so that's gonna be a wet ass.
Yes. Not good. People be thinking I'd have peed on myself walking around, follow the drip.
Number 5.
Hush.
Would you rather use a rusty razor clogged with hair or use a lipstick that dropped on the floor and covered in fluff?
Like lint does.
Oh. I'm gonna probably go ahead and cover these lips with that fluffy chapstick.
Yeah. I get
Cake, it ain't that hard.
I'm not into dirty stuff. I couldn't do neither.
Tony, she done picked some lint off her goddamn chapstick out of her purse before she up here pump faking.
So what you saying when your chapstick falls?
I throw it away.
Put it in the back.
I don't
put it in the back.
Probably cut that part off.
Tony, put the doll up there.
Let me show you my
See,
chat.
look at you just over there coughing just then, and so you supposed to say,
I said sneak cough. My chapstick. You see it? I can't cut it. I have to just use it. So if it gets dirty. Would you rather receive every time your parent?
Would you rather receive an alert every time your parents have sex, or have your parents receive an alert every time you have sex?
I guess I'm gonna say my parents received one because they wouldn't know what they were getting.
What about you, Legacy?
Yeah, I would like to receive an alert every time my parents get ready to have sex, so I cannot be home. Yeah, I just give me an alert so I don't have to be home, cause I had enough of that from John Stanley Williams and Joseph Williams growing up in high school at 3:30 in the morning. John, hey, I'm over here. I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear it. Cause you think we in here sleeping, nobody can hear y'all. Y'all bed is on the wall that my bed on, and I hear it. Then at about 4:45, 4:45, I hear the bathroom. He in there getting ready for work, and then he come in and say, "Hey, get on up for school now, son." I started asking one day, "Ain't you motherfucking tired? Shouldn't you be too tired to go to damn work?"
You thought that way until you got old enough to start fucking, and then you was fucking in the morning, 3 o'clock in the morning, 4 o'clock in the morning, and then you was getting up, getting the kids ready for school and getting ready for work. And you realize that, damn, he did it, I do it too.
Let me tell you something about that marinated pussy hole. See, that marinated pussy hole at 3, 4 o'clock in the morning, that thing it'd be like it'd be thirsty and greedy. Yeah, so I understand. And I'm talking it'd be wet over there for no reason. You ain't even got to be done got it the night before, but you can roll over. You gotta test to see if it's receiving, if it's having receiving, and once you rub it, if it got that good moisture to it, you just get on up and you muscle. You just see she probably on her side, but I love when they sleeping on their stomach, so that because you ain't gonna be sleeping with no drawers on no way, so. You just roll over on top of them and get in like a push-up position, and you hold yourself with one hand and it'll drop. Oh, what you doing back there? Would you rather receive oral sex from your celebrity crush for a week or receive a lifetime supply of Pillsbury Crescent Roll? I'll take A for my answer. Fuck them Crescent Rolls.
Juicy?
I was trying to think where the rolls vegan. Those things be good. I don't have a celebrity crush either, so I might go with the rolls.
Mine is I go at number 1, the celebrity crush. And last but not least,
would you rather only be able to have sex in the shower or on a table? Now, if I went with on the table, I definitely would want the windows open, and I would want the curtains pulled open, so that it just, that right there does something to me. I like the excitement of someone being able to see. I love the excitement of, maybe, it's just the excitement for me. So yeah, I like table. The shower would be just as exciting if we can videotape it and we can revisit that moment to see these things. See, I like things.
you can upload.
Huh?
You can upload them to your own.
You have an own. I ain't got the information. Where's the link or something?
I would say
Say that one more time.
I said my answer will be the table also.
Do the shower have a seat in it? Or we got to stand up the whole time?
It can have a seat, whatever your preference.
I think I'm going to do the shower.
Well, to all those people that were participating in the ATL show earlier today, they had all the comments and things. When we get to talking about it, you guys could have commented on it, and you could have told a little secrets about, how you like it, when you want it, when you need it, where you want it at, if you want it in your ear, if you want it in your throat, your ass. We would have liked to know all of those things tonight. But since we're at the end, we're going to go ahead, give a shout out to our sister Tayama for coming on. I guess she was out there in them ATL streets. We love you. We're going to go ahead and bring the juiciest cakes in the business. Miss Jew Cake. Let them know, baby.
You can find me here every time. Mute, Legacy. You can find me here every Tuesday and Friday on the ATL show. On Facebook, Nicole Purse. Instagram, Miss Beautiful. And TikTok, Miss Juicy Cakes. And for all your wellness and homeopathic needs, you can check me out on the website, enliventoyou.com. That's all.
Well, thanks for the information, Juke. We're going to go ahead and bring out the man that makes it possible for us to be out here in this ATL world, these ATL streets, amongst our ATL fans. Pain in my ass, pain in my side, but I wouldn't want to do it without him. Appreciate you and love you. AB, let him know. I thought you had to unmuted me.
You can find Anthony Brown, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube at The Anthony Brown Show. The new Facebook is at Anthony the Writer, or Facebook at The Anthony Brown Show. And like he always says, a motto you have to live by. You got to grind until you shine.
And for business purposes and show ideas, you can reach out to me or text or call 561-768-3710.
And last but not least, we have D-Lo. D-Lo Legacy, the great. He's on Facebook as Audrine William, YouTube at Legacy the Great. You can email him at legacyunlocked@mail.com. And for autos, lockouts, motion filings, and advertising, you can check him out at 229-630-7615 or 561-907-9129.
And you know what we say, Kate.
ATL.
ATL.
I was having technical difficulties on my side.
So we're going to do it again. ATL, ho.
28 grams of moss, 28 grams of moss. Little people the kings, little people the kings. Y'all ain't ready for this, y'all ain't ready for this. Yeah. I'm the champion, I'm the champion, don't know why you can't wanna wait to be with the sleep just to give you cats a chance to eat. What you got for early getting finished the plate. Now that I'm back, you rap cats are gonna have to wait. Been gone a whole year, still nobody got the leadership or the heart to even feel my spot. I'm the champion, must I say it again? The best in this rap game and I continue to win. See, I'm allergic to that, losing makes me sneeze. That's like you phony rap cat, about to make it squeeze. Bring your whole crew, nigga, I'ma swallow that. So when it pops off, ANC is on a holler back. It's 28 grams, nigga. I've been running this shit. So anything in front of me can fuck around and get hit. I follow you rap cats, so you niggas my sons, and I'm the truth. Wow, cause I'm the motherfucking champion. I'm the champion. I'm the champion. I'm the champion. Still rep the AT, but I carry my throne. God bless this is child that can hold it home. And I am that child, as you niggas can see. Cause ain't another rapper out here better than me. And this goes to anybody trying to steal my spot. I'm number one in this shit, so number one you die. So when you can't scream, y'all is the best, I laugh. Like really, you cats don't really know the half. You do the math, and that's yourself who really great. Then add it up and watch it equal up to 28. So that's the little cats know who really the done. I'm overall, I let you niggas fight for number one. See, I put that on my life, put that on my son. Gotta stay the best of people licking trade love. If I throw it on the key, you can put that on my heart and I'm the God. Cause I'm the mother.